Hello everyone, I hope you are enjoying World Ballet Day. My name is Mehdi Valersky and I'm the Artistic Director of Ballet BC. I'm coming to you from the unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples, the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. We at Ballet BC are deeply grateful to be able to work, to live, and to learn together on this land. An essential part of our mission as an art organization is to share space and practice with the indigenous community, the original caretakers of this land. I am honored that the company has been able to build a meaningful, ongoing relationship with local indigenous artists Margaret Grenier and Star Muranko, who are currently the artists in residence of the company. Ballet BC is a collaborative, creation-based dance company. Whether at home or on stages around the world, we hope to create powerful experiences that aim to connect, to inspire, and to challenge. Our 21 dancers are some of the most talented, versatile, generous, and dedicated artists you'll find anywhere, and we're fortunate to collaborate with top choreographic talent who are making work that is thoughtful, relevant, and daring. Our repertoire includes works from Crystal Pite, William Forsythe, Marne and Imre van Opstal, Sharon Eyal and Guy Bahar, Johan Inger, local company Out Inner Space, Michaela Taylor, Joseph Tunga, and many others. We are about to kick off our 23-24 season, and it's opening night tomorrow. A highlight of the program is Bolero X from Shahar Binyamini. Shahar is an Israeli choreographer who worked previously with the Batsheva Dance Company. His latest creation, a large ensemble piece featuring a cast of 50 dancers, a first in the company's history to have so many people on stage, is brought to life through a collaboration with students from Arts Umbrella Dance. I invite you into our new studios on Granville Island to get a closer look at Shahar's creative process for Bolero X.
Nice, yeah. My name is Shachar Binyamini, and I am a choreographer, and I live in Israel, in Tel Aviv. It needs to make you feel something, even if it's. Even if you don't know what it is, you don't have to know what it is. It's something physical that you need to react. Even breathing, react. And it will put you in the right mood for this. I'm coming and I'm teaching a lot of steps or a lot of material, and I really like to do it early on, in the first day or the first 2 days. So it's a lot for the dancers. But then after, I can continue to create with them and to find these layers and to push it forward. Okay. You're the inside circle, right? So I look the outside circle, even if it's not a person, but something is gonna come this way. Pam, pam, in, or there. I want it to feel like you're still in communication with everyone, whoever is around. Yeah. Use a little bit of shoulders by this point, because we do it for quite a while. Now you do it in the circles, how it affects your shoulders, your neck. Even wider, using more of the feet. We just agree on the bounce, on the rhythm, and then each one is dancing into it. Yeah? The rhythm is clear. You all enjoy the rhythm, and then each one has his own take on it. you know, when you create, it's endless, and that's amazing. It can go to any direction. So every day it's about how to find the focus, what is really important, what is really the thing that you want to say, and to clean the rest. And the music really helped me to do it. Somehow with this music, I just cannot get enough of. And every time I listen to it, by the end of it, I almost about to cry. Every time. And it's really rare in a way. How can the music always inspire me and be an anchor for me to understand that the repetition is never really a dry repetition, it's being present, just being present, and find more richness, more levels in terms of how I'm engaging my muscles, how I stretch my skin, how do I breathe, how do I use my senses as I constantly go into this mantra of the rhythm.
Next, please join me with two extraordinary artists from the company, Sarah Pepin and Ray Srivastava. We'll be rehearsing a work of my own entitled Silent Tides, which is a work that was created for Netherlands Dance Theatre in 2020. It is part of our repertoire, and we'll be touring the work in the spring across Europe. Beautiful. Good, good. If you could, that's very nice. If you could, from here, really have the idea that you're changing your state of being. Just there's a clear change, and you're right away focusing on having both your hands attached on Ray's back. Nice. Good. Yeah. I think, Ray, you can savor this a bit more. Look. Really connect with the sensation of the thumbs touching.
Sorry.
So, good. Silent Tides is an intimate work. It's a duet that was created for two dancers. We started the creation process during the pandemic, where touching was not allowed. So I had to work with one dancer at a time. And that's why the piece is composed in such a way. It starts with two separate solos. The restrictions about not touching lifted, and the dancers were able to touch again. That's when, at that point, I decided to create the second section of the duet, which is about partnering, about relationship. I guess the work evolved as the restrictions evolved as well. Nice. Good. Let's go back once again. You want to somehow, even if you're traveling, you want to keep the expansion going. So it's one information, a second one comes, but you're still carrying the information of what was there. Yeah. So it's a continuous flow of steps or ideas, but you don't disengage from what you started before. It was the first time with Silentize that I allow myself to slow down. The same way I was experiencing the pandemic, which was almost stretching time, was a guide and something that I wanted to dive into, and I allowed myself to do that. It was vulnerable because as a dancer, we are often asked to move a lot or to produce a lot of movement. And so this idea of doing less, what is really essential, kind of stripping away the first layers of movement and to come back to the essence of what we want to do. It was comforting and it was a reflection of what I was going through when I was creating. Yeah, you hold. Yeah, but the quality of the stop is not dead.
Like an imagine.
It's like, but it still grows. And then after that, it's more detailed. So you start with just flicking. You flick, flick. That's so nice. That's so beautiful when I see your hand there, Ray, reaching. So I see Sarah, and then I see the hand, and then I see the connection, and then the off. I think there's something quite unique when we connect with another body. Something as simple as a single gesture, sensations, heat, vibrations, something that is maybe underneath, or like another layer of relationship, something that we don't necessarily feel, or maybe we are not aware of when we talk to somebody, but it's always present. It's kind of this invisible energy. There's also maybe a narrative that we can attach to having two bodies touching each other, something that is very familiar, something unique with just the creation, with just birth, and this idea of what we all look for, that special connection with another human. This is almost more for yourself. It's like you touch somebody, it affects you, and then you just savor the sensation, and then you reconnect, and then you go. It's kind of just slowing down, if I was to simplify the language. Slow down with ease. Whoop. Boom, pa, 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 boo. Great, great, great. I think just the ability to rely on somebody else to achieve the impossible or to reach new possibilities, new ways to articulate the body, but you can only do that because there's another body with you. It's always something that guides my creation process and my inspiration. I love duets. Just the idea of presence because you feel raised back, and then you start actioning. Good, 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 good. Now we can be more demonstrative after this. When you get here, that the elbows, it's the machinery, like. So you almost want to teach the step. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. Also here, you're being really clear, but somehow you are giving it the same amount of energy. So just, instead of just sending and then leaving the consequence of what initiates the step. No, exactly. Huh? Yeah, and then I also think that from here, you can compose the body faster with, exactly, yeah. The music for Silentize is created by a Belgian composer called Adrien Cronet. He has a very unique and specific way of creating music. He's self-taught. He's never learned how to compose music. And that's what I'm very attracted to, is that it's quite raw and it's really intuitive, the way that he creates. We worked really collaboratively throughout the process. He was sending me pieces of music. I would reflect on them. I would try in the studio and then I would go back to him. And then he came and eventually we worked simultaneously until the final product was created. In juxtaposition, opposite of Adrien's music, there's the music from Jean-Sébastien Bach, which is, of course, absolutely beautiful. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, quite special to have two universes like that next to each other. Bringing a work like Silent Tides in the repertoire of Ballet BC allows the company to work on different initiatives as well, such as 44 last summer, which was our first summer intensive, professional development for two of our dancers who taught the piece. This is something important to me, something that relates to the mission and the vision that I had for the company when I joined Ballet BC. They also started their own program, which is called Take Form, entirely produced, choreographed, and managed by the dancers themselves. Wow. Super, that's great, that's great. We are bringing Silent Tides on tour this season in the spring. We'll be performing the work starting at the end of May in Germany, Italy, and Luxembourg. And I look forward for the dancers to actually revisit the piece and to share an intimate work alongside more robust pieces where the entire company will be on stage. Better. Good. That's nice though. Delay. To revisit a work that has been created with different artists and then to see how it reflects in their bodies, in their mind, in their hearts is quite fascinating, and sometimes you don't even recognize what you've created. It's also an invitation to maybe recreate the piece. And I'm extremely lucky to be working with two talented dancers that are able to almost push the limits of what I thought was possible when I was creating the piece. They're really able to take more risks now and to dive into details that were not noticeable or maybe something that I hadn't seen when I created the piece, and to take the work further. And they're young. They're young dancers in their careers, being exposed and being so vulnerable and relying on one another to express the piece and to go through the work is so challenging and so demanding. And I'm always in awe when I witness what they're going through and how powerful they become. Yes, exactly. Exactly, beautiful. Okay, okay. That's good. Full trajectory, and then just, good. Alrighty, amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Easy, easy. It's gonna come back really fast. Thank you. Beautiful work, thanks. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed stepping into the world of Ballet BC. If you want to know more about the company or if you want to buy tickets for future performances, I invite you to visit our website, balletbc.com. I look forward to seeing you at the theater here in beautiful Vancouver or on stages around the world. And I hope you enjoy the rest of World Ballet Day.